Hi guys, how you doing? Coming to the end of a week. Coming to the end of a week now, and sort of winding down. Just did my segment with It's a Woman's World. I'm gonna be telling you when that is gonna be aired. So I just did a segment about the book that I wrote, Healing Infidelity in Marriages, 8 Powerful Secrets for Wives Learned from the Other Woman. Coming to the end of the week, it's Saturday in Jamaica. Beating this song by Agent Sasco. Grateful, you know. How can I not be grateful? How can I not give thanks? You understand? I have food upon my table, clothes upon my feet. My back, sorry. Yes, just grateful. I'm so grateful. Yes. I'm so grateful. Yes. Grateful. Not only when the plate full. Yes, not when things are always going well, but we are thankful. So reminding you guys about your review of 2019. You know, remember, self-development means you're gonna spend some time with yourself. How was your week this week? My week had some low points. I don't think I was productive the way I wanted to go. I don't think I was productive the way I wanted to be productive this week. And so we're looking and we're assessing. You know, I think I reach a point now where you see, when you're self-managing, you know, it's such a serious situation when you're self-managing, you know, self-management. So, you know, I think I reach a point now where I need an accountability partner. I think I'm getting there where I need an accountability partner. Somebody who will call me and say, Desian, did you pray this morning? In terms of somebody to keep me on my toes, somewhere where I need to report to. Somebody who is in that situation with me, who know the specificity of the goals that I have. The goals this week continued from 2019 goals, which was the non-negotiables first, which is prayer every day. Prayer for me is non-negotiable every day. You know, being in the rat race, which is the world of work, you know, sometimes you don't get to spend the time in prayer the way you want to. But for me, the time is important, yes, but not so much. It is the consistency of that habit that I'm forming every day. It is a consistency of, if I get up this morning, I spend at least, you know, half an hour with the Lord. That is the least that I should spend with the Lord, at least half an hour. And when you're going through the day now, the prayer doesn't stop. The prayer continues. When you're going through the day now at different points, the prayer is spontaneous. It is when God says, drop something in your heart, you know, and it is spontaneous. Yeah, that's my goal. That's my goal at this point. My goal at this point, to be honest, is at least half an hour per like in the mornings when I wake up, and then when I reach to work, I'm in my office alone, start working. The prayer is continuous through the day, which means, you know, I'm in the office alone and something happen, we can drop a 15 minutes prayer. By the evening, jump in the office again, we drop a 15 minutes prayer. Deliberately, you know. Spontaneous too. It doesn't say that, you know, everything is set and pre-planned. The only pre-plan for me in my spiritual goals is a mandatory half an hour prayer in the mornings. That's what I want it to be, at least, to be honest. And then now throughout the day, we can add the spontaneity of the prayer. Also with Elijah, talking time. My son says to me, "Mommy, tuck me in." And I know what that means. It means he wants to be cuddled and he wants to hear me pray. And you know, yeah, sometimes he says, "Mommy, tuck me in." And the goal this year, 2020, is to make talking time a special time for Elijah and I. The cuddle, and he just lays still there in my arms. He just lays still, placebo still in my arms. And I'm singing, I'm worshiping. And I begin to pray and call his name before the Lord. And he hears his name being called before the Lord. Non-negotiables again for a day for me is what I try to do from last year. I look at a weakness I have in my marriage. Let's say, my husband says, "Let's say you don't encourage me enough. I don't feel you're encouraged." All right. When I'm ready for jump off, me just want you to support me, and he'll say that to me sometimes, to be honest, because I'm not a natural risk taker. I'm not naturally a risk taker, ladies. So it's like when my husband come with a plan, it's like I can't see the whole of the pitfall in the plan, But he says to me, all I need at this point in time is your support. And it took me a while, ladies, to get there, to be honest, to know that even if the plan fails, there are lessons to be learned in the plan. For me, and still struggle with it, to be honest. But for me, failure was not where I wanted to be. But I have learned that if you don't fail, you don't learn. If you don't fail, you don't grow. So, allow him to grow. Allow him to make the choices he wants to make. Allow him to take the jumps he wants to jump. And I just be there and support him. And if he fails, or if the plan fails, there's always something to learn. So that was a perspective shift for me. So in the week or in the month, I typically try to look for a weakness in the marriage and try to create a plan now. What I'm going to do to work on the little weakness here. You understand? Maybe the support part for me, to be honest. And, if you know me, I try to be transparent. In a week also with Elijah too, I created a system where we have one scripture for the week and we recite it. I've fallen down and in that regard, but I print the scripture, I put it in the wall in my home. As I walk through the door, I say, "Elijah, come, scripture, we're going to read the scripture." The scripture we have been using for a while now is the scripture that says, "Behold, I give you power to tread upon serpents and on scorpions and upon all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you." And we read the scripture. So what kind of week did you have? That was my week. I wasn't as productive as I wanted to be. And, we have to assess, because we have to come back and we have to be great. We not ask great if a great you want for great. We tell great, say, we have to great. We tell great, say, listen, no conversation like that, so no communication is not there. We not negotiate about greatness, but we are tell greater, we have to greater. Also, slipping over from my goals in 2019. So we deal with the marriage. We deal with, Elijah. With Elijah too, it's something called PEP 15. I implemented something called PEP 15, where 15 minutes in every day, what we try to do is that we try to work PEP questions together. So my son is in grade 5, and we have exams coming up. And we have exam in grade 6. So, listen, we are working at consistency. Let me tell you something. You see, consistency is what beats our cockfighting. You see, prayer. You see, if you sit down in prayer every day, Even if I say half hour and you sit down in there, you know, move every single day, don't tell me that the mountain before you can't move. It is consistency. Let's talk about the health, ladies, the exercise, the fitness, the diet. You understand what I'm saying? You know, at school, I started a health and fitness club where we exercise once a week. And I try to build in my students about consistency. What else? So health, trying to think through all the lists. Because we look at your review, you know, ladies, and we realize that we have to cover all the areas in our life to feel that balance and that completeness and so not lacking. You understand what I mean? Yeah. So we're going back to the drawing board for year 2020, ladies. I just shared with you a glimpse of the authenticity where I'm at this point in my life and the non-negotiable discussion that we have with ourselves every single day for us to know what is expected and where we're going. At work, the goals were set. I executed on some of them. Some of them I didn't execute well on, and we're going back to the drawing board. Let me say though that there are instruments that I'm going to be encouraging us to use. Nicole McLaren Campbell, the wife of Agent Sasko, has a book. It's a productivity book where you outline your must do for the week, your must do for the days, and all of those things, so to keep you on track and stuff like that. I'm going to be encouraging us to buy it. It's $47 US, I think, those of us who can buy it. And as we go through the year, I'm going to be creating a book list, ladies. Oh, my self-development goal, I forgot about that. So since the year 2017, my self-development goal included 5 pages of book every day. So every day in 2017, more or less, I tried to reach 5 pages of book. That is how I read 13 books. And that is when my life started to crazy catapult. Crazy, I mean mad crazy catapult. When I read those 13 books. And for the year 2018, I read about 7 books because I was writing my book. So some of that time, I was writing my book. I read about 7 books. And for the year 2020, I'm going to be releasing my book list of books that I'm going to be encouraging you to read. The books I know that will help you and catapult you to the next level. So ladies, I hope and I know that you have been doing your year in review. And so you are ready to have the conversation now in reviewing year 2019. What were the failures? What were the success? And where do I go in 2020? Let me say this. Discipline and consistency is the key to this game. After I finished doing the all woman thing this morning, my sister saw me all dolled up and dressed and sexy and all. And she said, you're this year, you're this year, And when she said that, I sort of became conscious that the prayer has to be every day, you're this year. The management of it tighter this year, because we know that once something starts to propel in the order of greatness, we know that the challenges are gonna come. So ladies, my next broadcast will be on goal setting 2020. Where do we want to go in 2020? What kind of goals we have for self-development, marriage, spiritual life, health, adventure, friendship? That's important too, because we can't walk the road there alone. People need people. You understand me? I say family, your extended family, your spouse, your marriage. Those are the things that I want us to think about. So this week it will be goal setting 2020. The next time you see me, we'll be setting goals together. Thank you, ladies.